An alternate one is actually handing over the screen share and saying to, planning as part of your tutorials and stuff that you're doing, I want you to share your work that you've done with me on whatever topic that be. Now, clearly that has bearing in terms of what they're doing and stuff, but being able to open and activate that is really useful. And then the third one, which is potentially a bit more challenging because it does require some pre-work in terms of how you're going to structure it and how you're going to plan it and, thinking through the kind of process, but either using things like the whiteboard function on Zoom to collaborate and work on something as you're doing it, or using cloud-based platforms such as Google Docs. Or actually, this is one area where Teams probably does excel, using their own onboard platform for PowerPoint and Word and that kind of stuff to collaborate, work with. Then that can work really effectively in terms of how you're asking people to focus their attention on what they're having to do. And that could be something as simple as, I'd like you to create a workflow for how you would manage a patient with chest pain. Let's do this interactively. Let's draw this on the screen, for example. Let's create a flow, or, I want you to think of all the different points, and 3 of you, I'm going to ask you to look at how you do this as the history part. 3 of you, I'm going to ask you to look at how you do that from a management part. 3 of you, what examinations are you going to do? I want you to work on those 3 sections. Here's the screen share. Here's the document. Start typing. And, that can work really well, particularly, as I said, on Teams, because that element of stuff is integrated within Teams compared to Zoom, where you would have to use either just the whiteboard function, which is okay, or obviously something like Google Drive or Teams or other kind of things to do that. So that's a really powerful way, I think, of trying to improve the engagement, because you're actively, like I say, you're trying to keep the attention of people within the session and having to do that.